Welcome to the ManScouts podcast. I'm your host, Captain P-Man, here with my compatriot, Daddy Dalt. Say what's up.
What's up? What's up, kids?
How you doing, my friend?
What's up, guys? Dude, doing good, man. Doing pretty good. How is things going with you?
It's been a day.
Yeah?
You just smashed leg day. Just turned myself into, Bambi, a baby deer. Just walking out of the thing.
Just twigs. Yeah. Walking on his twigs because he has really tiny legs.
Just walking on my twigs because I destroyed my legs.
Just a twig boy. No, Colin's got pretty good legs.
My hamstrings are. People comment. They say, "Wow, you've got a lot of hamstrings." Frankly, your hamstrings.
Speaking of President Trump, we know who did it.
Who did it?
Can't remember his name. I'm just kidding. We've known.
We knew last time. I was gonna say.
I was just messing around.
Different.
I was just having fun.
He was gonna be like, it was the CIA.
It was the Secret Service. Although I think that Secret Service lady resigned. The
head of the Secret Service did resign. Yes.
Well, I wonder if that's like a forced resignation. Do you know about that?
It's a great question.
Probably not. I'm assuming.
There's probably some public office politics that goes on behind the scenes to be like, hey, this looks really bad on you, and in order to maintain the integrity of our organization, we need you to step down, right? So I could see something like, if you think of it from a company standpoint, and you have a bunch of C-suite executives, right? And the CEO does something crazy, and the rest of the C-suite says, hey, this looks really bad, and it's affecting our profit revenue. We think you should step down. And they would do that. So
makes sense. Yeah, I'm assuming it was not forced.
Yeah, so ultimately when you ask me to step down for something that I commit, I'll say no.
And then I will have the board take you out.
Are we going to go public, dude?
We're going to go public.
You think we could go public with a podcast? That'd be an interesting thing to see if a podcast had a public stock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be weird, huh?
An IPO.
Who could do that? Maybe
I'd invest in Joe Rogan's
I would
podcast
too.
Stock.
100%, dude. That guy's killing it with monies, I bet.
He's killing it with the monies.
He's getting heck of monies. Dude, what else is happening? Oh, dude, okay, I've got a question for you.
Yeah, hit me up.
This is a dating question. Okay.
Well, as
guy,
someone who hasn't dated in 7 years.
But let me ask you this, dude. Okay. You're on a date with somebody, right? Imagine.
With a man or a woman?
It's a member of the opposite gender.
Okay.
So it's a man.
Okay.
But they go to the bathroom and then they leave and they text you and they go, "Hey, I just crap my pants. I had to leave." Is that a deal breaker for you, or do you think you'll go on a second date?
I mean, if that was the only thing, it wouldn't be a deal breaker. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Or do you think it's better if you do that? If you're in that situation, do you text them and go, "Hey, I crap my pants," or do you text them and say, "Hey, listen, I got some food poisoning. I had to head out."
Now I'm curious. Yeah, so there's probably a better way you could say it. You could make an excuse and you could say, like, "I'm sick." But also, there is something to the fact that if they would be vulnerable enough to say, "Hey, this occurred," right? I respect that. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Hey, I crap my pants, and also there's a little blood. Just like
they start describing it.
They send a picture.
Did you look? Like, what? Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. Apparently this happened to a friend of mine. So
I was gonna say, who's this friend? Is his name Daddy Dalton?
No, the friend was it was a girl that told me this.
So it happened. So she was the one that crapped her pants, or was the guy?
No, the guy did, and he left, and then he was like, "Listen, I'm sorry." I think he got her an Uber even, and I was like, "That's pretty cool, man. Like, if somebody goes through that lengths and still takes care of you, I feel like maybe
classy.
give them a second date. I don't know that they did though. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm sure that it could be viewed through the lens of disgust with some people, right? Like you don't have an emotional connection. It's too early to kind of be exposed to that element of people's lives.
Yeah, but dude,
because it's not like
people have accidents, dude. People crap their pants, dude. It happens.
Right, but there's like a scale, right?
To be fair though,
go ahead.
I don't know that a lot of girls crap their pants, dude. I know like every guy I've ever talked to is like, oh yeah, I've definitely crapped my pants.
Yeah, it's literally only happened to me once. But if it started happening, like if somebody told me that it happened like once a month, I'd be a little I'd be a little concerned, right? At that point, you're concerning.
Like, that's fair. That's
like,
fair,
hey, though. Like, are you just misjudging timing with your biology?
Do you have some sort of food allergy that you're not taking care of?
They're like, I get hammered and I take laxatives and I don't remember the next day. And then I'm surprised.
They're like, I'm lactose intolerant, but I like to see how much cheese I can intake before it becomes an issue. I like to make a little
military does nuclear tests. So
anyway, poor guy, dude. That sucks. Anyway, I was just thinking about that. I was like, man, that is embarrassing. I would make up something else, I think. I don't think I would actually tell him that I had food poisoning. Because that implies that you crapped your pants. I think I would be so embarrassed. I would be like,
well, this is so when you go to the
mom died or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, just saying I'm feeling really sick. I'm so sorry. Like, before anything crazy happens, I got to get out of here, right? You could say that. It doesn't communicate anything about the nature of what has happened or what is about to happen, right?
True.
So, I don't know. It is what it is.
Advice for so we gotta give some solid advice for those of our listeners that have irritable bowel syndrome. My advice is to carry an extra pair of underwear. If you're, if
do you do problem, that?
I don't, but I'm just saying if you have irritable bowel syndrome.
Does irritable bowel syndrome mean that you crap your pants though, or does that just mean you get in pain?
I don't know.
Like I would imagine stomach the amber waves of grain.
I would imagine that not being able to stomach the amber waves of grain also involves in a couple of Mount St. Helens size eruptions. You know what I mean?
That may be true. That may be true.
I don't know.
I'm not well acquainted with tummy issues because it's not something I really struggle with ever. So
I knew a guy who had stomach problems and we won't say his name, and maybe I've said this before, but I will never do a Spartan race because of this guy, because he had stomach problems and he would crawl through the mud. And when he was crawling through the mud, he was going, dude. He had number 2 in the mud.
Hey, man. You do what you need to
do. Yeah, but here's the problem with that, dude. Everyone else has to crawl through the same mud.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's the best way to get pink eye, I feel like.
Well, dude, I'll tell you this. There's some people out there that have a Michael Jordan mindset.
Okay.
And a Michael Jordan mindset is literally winning at all costs. And
yeah, I don't think that was this guy's mindset. I don't think he was winning.
I'm just saying, dude. I could see an avenue where people would take it that way. You know what I mean?
If it was like a competitive thing. Do you get money for Spartan races? You pay to do them, don't you? You definitely pay to do them.
But you can place, and I don't know, maybe there's some prizes. I know you for sure win things like ultra marathons, right? Like the Moab 240 or something like that.
Yeah, what's your opinion on paying to run?
You're mostly paying for it to be sanctioned by an organization that has a legitimacy in measuring your time and certifying that you did it in the time you said. So, it's not a big deal.
That seems expensive.
I'm not paying for 5Ks, I'll tell you that.
I'm not paying for any of it.
All right, dude. So, would you do a marathon, or do you hate running? Period.
I would not go do a marathon, dude.
You're not even gonna do.
You
a
know
marathon
why it's called a marathon, dude?
Because the Battle of Marathon. Yeah, the guy ran from one to the. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he ran to this. Wasn't it the city of Marathon?
It was like
That's where he
from
ran
Athens.
to.
Yeah,
A marathon.
yeah.
And you want to know what happened to him? He died.
He did die. Yeah,
Yeah, he's dead.
it's because he didn't work on his cardio.
Well, dude, all these guys who are out there running marathons, dude, they just don't care about their lives, dude.
Dude, what a pansy. You know what I mean? You run one marathon, you could die. Not even fat people die in marathons.
Well, do you think maybe that all these people who are running marathons are actually trying to harm themselves? Self-harm? Suicide?
I don't know, but I'm definitely trying to hurt myself in the gym. It's just like a calculated hurting myself, right?
Yeah, but it's different, dude.
How is it different?
You're not trying to hit your reset button. You know what I mean?
Dude, I kind of do. If I could hit my reset button in the gym, I'd do it. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds like I'd want to do it. You know what I mean?
Dude, trust
like
me, bro.
I hit a certain depth level of squat. I'm like, and then
everything
reset, dude. Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
I see the darkness, and it opens up again.
You're all of a sudden at your max level. You're full health. I mean,
yeah, because I have
your health bar's up.
I have friends that do things like I have a coworker, and he does like there's like mid to tier levels of marathons, right? So there's ultra marathons, like 50 milers, and then there is full on the Moab 240, which is 240 miles.
Yeah, that sounds.
And it's going through mountains and canyons and all types of crap.
That sounds horrible. Would you run a marathon?
Yeah, I'd probably do a marathon someday, but the main thing is like,
dude, I wish you would have told me. Sorry, I wish you would have told me what shirt you're wearing. I would have worn the same one, but in white.
Yeah,
we could have been the yin and yang of Blink.
The yin and yang of Blink.
Sorry,
I wasn't wearing a shirt before we hopped on, and I was like, I should probably wear a shirt. I hate wearing shirts, dude. Especially in the summer, dude. Why are we wearing shirts?
Dude, I'm hot right now. I'm really hot right now. I'm sitting by a window that the sun's beating in, and it is hot. But anyway,
that's a hot room in your place, isn't it?
I didn't mean to interrupt, dude. I drink a little bit of pre-workout before this. I'm kind of like,
keep interrupting me.
Yeah, I'm getting.
Oops.
Daddy was gonna drop some lasagna of a conversation.
Now you don't get it. No. Yeah, in the Moab 240, I think I brought that up because people definitely crap their pants and just keep going.
Oh, what?
Yeah, like you're running, crap your pants, it's going down your leg, keep going.
They don't even try to like diaper it up or anything?
No. I mean, you might like wipe later on at some point, but a lot of that is just like, that's more like akin in like a thing in a marathon than like a ultra marathon, because a lot of ultra marathons, it takes so long that you like sleep an hour or 2 hours in a night and then keep going.
Yeah, because I've seen guys do that.
Yeah, so the crapping yourself and continuing to go is more like a marathon thing.
Good grief, dude.
Yeah. I
would write that up as if I'm running a marathon, which is like what, essentially 27 miles. And if I had to go that bad in a marathon, I would just be like, well, hey, maybe I'll place in the next one. And I would stop and be like, next time I won't eat as soon or whatever. I don't know.
The goal with a lot of like ultra marathons, people don't have like time goals. They have like to finish goal. Because people just don't finish a lot of the time. They'll get DQ'd out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, dude, check this out. So this is the freaking trail of the Moab 240. I'm gonna share this here, and this has like all the elevation on it as well.
Does this have the what time of year is this typically?
Great question. I don't know. Moab 240 October.
Okay, so it's not like scorching hot.
No, I'm not really familiar with the area and how hot it is during certain periods of time. But you can see like you start at 4,000 feet. You're going up to 6,000, going back down. Going up to 5,000, going back down. You're going all the way up, and then you're gonna go all the way up to freaking 10,500 feet at 120 miles. And go way down into a valley, and then back up.
Jeez,
then you're gonna rim a porcupine, and then you're gonna finish.
And this is the area where there's for those who can't see it, there's a section that has a coyote on it, and I think that's the point which people typically die and become food for the coyotes, right?
Food for the coyotes, yeah.
I think that's what that is.
I am not sure how many people actually finish this, but these people are running with, full packs and poles, so it's kind of like this hike run that you're doing the whole time. So,
gosh, dude, I think I saw one of these guys on TikTok once. I was like, late night doom scrolling on TikTok, and I saw a guy like running. It must have been that, because it was like 240 miles, and it just looked so miserable, dude.
Yeah, I have other points of misery that I'd like to engage in. Like, I'm fully willing to engage in really long hikes. I just don't want to have to run stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dude, running is terrible. I don't even honestly like really long hikes anymore.
I love long hikes.
Really?
Like, yeah. If I can fit it in a day,
okay,
I like it.
Okay, that's fair, I guess.
But like a 20 to 25 mile hike, like
in a day?
Yeah.
You do that in a day, you think?
That's
I guess, yeah, that's not
time.
that bad. That's like 10 that's 10 hours of walking 2 miles per hour. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah. No, just with the elevation, like, it's going to take all day, but it's going to feel good. Like, we're going to do Mount Timpanogos. That one's not that long. I think it's like 12.
I don't know what it is, man. I used to be really into hiking and camping and all that stuff. And I really just
it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, maybe that's the problem. Is I'm just like, dude, the time commitment. Plus, it's like, if I want to go see cool things, usually you can get there on like a dirt bike or a truck or helicopter.
You're just getting a helicopter blown to places. Dude, I hiking and you show up at the top of the helicopter. You're like, hey, what's up, guys?
Bro, I'm not even kidding. I have a buddy. I called him up the other day. And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? He's like, I'm going helicopter camping. And I'm like, what is that? He's like, we're just literally taking a helicopter and getting dropped off at the top of like a plateau in Moab and then staying the night and then flying back home the next day. And I was like, good grief, dude. That's crazy.
Interesting. That's probably like I'm thinking about it, and it's probably like one of the tops of those.
Yeah, one of like
Mesa, that you probably couldn't get up there any other way.
Yeah, one of the tops of like the monuments or something.
Yeah, one of the plateaus of the mesas.
Yeah. Which is, I'm sure it's cool. I don't know what you do up there. What do you do?
You do whatever you would do anywhere else, but up there. You know what I mean?
There's probably not firewood.
Hey, dude, you could probably honor each other's dragon pearls. You could probably sell your bee-hole. You could do all sorts of stuff.
That's true. You probably walk around naked and nobody could see you.
Yeah, dude.
Because you're quite literally on top of the world.
On top of the world! Yeah, okay, so Mount Timpanogos Trail is 14.2 miles.
So. Oh, that's not terrible.
Oh.
And usually you do that at like night. So that you can watch this. Yeah, you do it at night or like super early in the morning so that you can watch the sunrise. That's what I've always heard of people doing.
Oh, well, maybe I'll try to do that then.
At least because I knew guys that would start at like midnight and then go, or like 1 or 2 in the morning.
I don't know.
Like, you guys want to go hike too? And I'm like, no.
My family wants to do. But I've done that with like, there was this hike that wasn't as bad. It was probably like 8 miles or so in Mesa, Arizona. But it was Flatiron, and we did the sunrise on that. We had to get up at like 2 or 3 to get there. Anyways, dude, yeah, it's crazy. So you're not a hike boy anymore. What are you? You're a travel boy for sure.
Yeah, I like traveling, dude. I like off-roading. I like getting places on motorized things. I think that's fun. That's a good time. I really like
things. Wow.
I really like going places I'm not supposed to go, especially in like cars and stuff. You know what I mean?
What does that even mean?
Like, like sometimes there's like access roads that are closed, but every once in a while they'll open the gates and you could just get through.
So
and sometimes you're not supposed to.
Trespassing is a pastime. Yeah,
But
know
I
what
like it
you're
when
saying.
it's a little risky. Yeah,
There's like
sure.
a bunch of in Middle America. There's like a bunch of like abandoned towns that you're not supposed to go to.
Wait,
Um,
why?
well, there's this one. Oh man, I'm completely forgetting where it is exactly, but it's something like a coal mine caught on fire and just
Oh, I know what
yeah,
you're talking about, and it's
yeah,
still burning.
and it's still burning. And so you're not supposed to go over there because the fumes over long periods of time are noxious, right?
Right.
So yeah,
And the underground is on fire, which is pretty sweet.
which is pretty sick. Yeah.
It's pretty sweet, dude.
So
If you
yeah, I
think
would
about it.
love to. I love abandoned buildings, towns, things of that nature. That's pretty sick. Like even when there's like a little old abandoned building off the way on the route from like Washington to Idaho that we would go all the time.
Yeah.
We stop at some of those. Love it.
Dude, abandoned stuff is pretty cool actually. I remember dude, it when I first started as a police officer, there was this little section of the city that like the whole block of the city was like abandoned. And
Really?
it was these little like really close, they're almost like single family homes that were like very close. Like the alleyways between them were like I was like touching shoulders if I was walking through. And I got pretty broad shoulders, but that's a tight alleyway either way. And then
Interesting.
and those were surrounded by 3-story high, like really tight apartments with like weird spiral staircases. And there was a couple of times we had to go in and clear them all, or had to go in to try to find somebody. And it's weird, man, because you get the city sounds, and then you go in there and it's like way quieter because it's surrounded by this building and it's pitch black. There's all kinds of abandoned stuff. I very specifically remember a giant portrait photo of an ice cream sundae with a giant cherry on it. And I just remember looking at that. And it's like The Walking Dead, dude. You're there with guns out, leaves are blowing across the ground, nobody's saying anything, and there's one light on in the entire place. And you're like, somebody's not supposed to be here, and you got to go investigate. It's crazy, dude. It's freaking wild.
So is it still like that? Is it still abandoned?
They finally bulldozed it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But it took them like over a year to do. It was like
Was
a
it just because
thing.
it was like people owned it and didn't want to maintain it and didn't want to come back to it or whatever?
People were living there, and I don't know what happened, but they kicked everyone out, and then they were like bulldozing it. I don't know if they sold the property and they were going to build some high rise, or I really don't know what it was, but it was pretty cool. It was cool
Yeah.
while it lasted. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Well, I'm glad that you survived, and I'm glad that they bulldozed it, but not really, because abandoned stuff is cool. In other news, dude, it's Jover. Joe Biden
It's Jover.
has officially stated via Twitter today that he will not seek re-election. And I think he kind of pseudo endorsed. I gotta look at it here because it's right here. He like put out this little letter thing, which is funny because it's Twitter. Just put out a tweet, dude. And we know you didn't write this. I don't know.
Everyone says that, my fellow Americans. That seems like a very Obama thing to say. Why do I think that?
I mean, it was like iconic from some earlier presidents, and so people just thought it would be good to say because they were really popular presidents. And it does like equivocate you to them. It's not like, what's up, subservient Americans, right? It's like my fellow Americans, my fellow man, right? It's really nice.
My peers.
Anyways, I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for bringing over big champions. Let me express my heartfelt appreciation. He didn't really say that he was endorsing her, so it's interesting. Yeah, so he stepped down.
Well, I bet they leave that open so that he doesn't have to he can endorse whatever candidate.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. They got a Democratic National Convention coming up, I'm pretty sure, and that's gonna get intense.
So, did you tell him the thing you told me about the riots at the
About the 1968 Democratic National Convention?
Yeah.
Okay, looks like it's in August 19 to 22nd.
Is
Okay,
what?
interesting. Is when the Democratic National Convention is.
So it's
So,
over tomorrow?
no, August.
Oh, August. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Dude,
Yeah.
that's a month away.
Yeah.
So we don't even know who's running against Trump,
No,
and we won't for a month.
it's not known, but it could happen very quickly.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. So in the 1968 Democratic National Convention, it was preceded by Lyndon B. Johnson, who was the incumbent president, stating that he would not seek re-election. And so the purpose of the convention was going to be obviously to select a new presidential nominee. It's
Right.
pretty irregular that the incumbent president is not the nominee.
Right.
You know, I don't know how many times that's actually happened, but this is one of those times.
I say it's happening
And
now.
that's 1968 it happened, but there was a lot of like civil unrest during that year, right? And during the course of the Democratic National Convention, there was riots surrounding it.
Good thing there's no civil unrest now.
Oh yeah, totally. It's not like there's any wars that we don't want to be involved in. It's not like there wasn't an assassination attempt, because like that doesn't hold any parallels, because in 1968 the assassination of Martin Luther King and the Vietnam War. It's not like there's a lot of parallels in history that you could draw out of this.
Can you imagine if there was, dude? That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy, dude. Honestly, anything would be on the table if that was the case. But it's not. It's totally chill. It's totally fine.
Everything's fine. Our economy's not shaky at all.
No, things are great.
We didn't just have a massive IT mess up of the week.
Oh yeah, with freaking CrowdStrike and Microsoft Azure. Yeah. People were freaking out. Also, bad time to fly, because people, like a lot of airlines, were not able to organize their staff due to their software reliabilities on it. Yeah.
There's still lasting effects, lingering effects for that.
Yeah, and I bet there will be for the next week. So hopefully when you have to travel, it's resolved.
I know. It's a problem.
Dude, I got some news for you, and I think you're going to like it. Okay? The news is this. Disney is releasing a pop punk album.
What?
Yes. So they are releasing a pop punk album of studio hits, of covers. And it started with, they released one already. They released Simple Plan doing Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Shut up.
It's pretty good.
I like Simple Plan a lot.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
I'm kind of excited about this, dude. That's actually
so apparently it's going to be more than one artist, right? They're going to involve a bunch of different people, but that's the truth, dude. It's going to be a good time.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, hey, man.
For all the stuff that Disney's been doing, they're finally doing something right,
Seriously, dude. Get it right, boys.
And pop punk is right.
And pop punk is right. Hey,
yo. Heck yeah, dude.
I know, it's pretty sick.
So anyway, yeah, buckle up, kids. Elections this year, and it could be getting weird.
Could be getting tubular.
Things could get weird. Could be big fun.
I'm pretty stoked for it, to be honest. I get excited when crazy stuff goes on.
Same. What's up with that? Why do we do that?
I don't know. It's like the same way I feel about a storm.
Yeah,
it's coming. So stuff like that.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I don't know why. Are you doing anything to prepare?
I am doing food storage stuff and maybe arsenal type stuff as well.
Oh.
If you get what I mean. Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
I'm getting
a
bunch of nunchucks, and I'm becoming very proficient. And so is my little one. He's becoming proficient.
I'm getting swords.
Swords.
Hella swords, dude.
Yeah, dude. I do have swords just in case I run out of bullets.
Every man needs a sword. Every man needs a good sword.
I think so.
I got complimented this week saying that I was like a manly man.
Really? Who was it said by?
It is a gay guy. So I don't know if does it count? I feel like it might.
Yeah, I would count it. I think that's a good rhetoric to have about you.
Do you get compliments from a lot of gay guys?
Yeah, and straight guys.
And straight guys. See, that's good. I actually, yeah, now that you mentioned it, I get straight guys too.
Honestly, that's the majority of compliments. You know what I mean? Like
dude on dude compliments.
You would think that, you get jacked and then you get compliments from like people of the opposite gender. Not gonna say that I don't, because my wife is attracted to me and she lets me know that, and I appreciate that because I'm very insecure.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, it's a lot of dudes.
Yep. Yep. Hey, dude. What's up with that, man? Do you think guys are just better at giving compliments than girls, or
I think that's it. I think that's exactly it. I think you hit the nail on the head.
Or do you think girls compliment each other a lot?
I think they do. And it might be this. It might be this, right? The things that guys truly want to be complimented on are the things that guys know to compliment other guys on. And so it might be a gender-centric view of where the compliments go, right?
Right. Okay.
Yep, dude. It's great stuff.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Yeah, I get a lot of compliments from dudes. I actually got told by somebody at work. They're like, "Yeah, when you first started working here, I thought you were gay." I was like, "Huh."
Hey, how do you feel about that? That's not a compliment.
I didn't
Unless
like
it is.
Here's the thing. I just don't want people to be confused as to what that is I'm looking for. And I asked him why. I'm like, "Why did you think that?" And he's like, "Oh, it's because you just were a good looking dude and you had a lot of gay friends on Instagram." And I was like, "That's fair, I guess." It's actually pretty fair. I probably would assume the same thing. That's fine. I get that.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you're a good looking dude.
Yeah. To be fair, I live with a gay guy, so it kind of makes sense.
You do. You do.
So I can't fault them.
You can't. And you know what? People are going to assume things, and that's fine. But ultimately, they're complimenting you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, ultimately, I'm still living rent free in their head. So, dude, I am hot.
Dude, did you know that they had to change the name of the episode of the recent Boys episode because of the assassination attempt?
No. What was it called before?
Let's see. I have it right here, and I will share it.
I did see that there was like some kind of warning.
Did you watch the episode, by the way?
Yeah. Did you finish it?
I did. So we're going to spoiler alert, right?
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1. There was an assassination attempt, right? Or there was a planned assassination attempt, and then the other person that you didn't think was going to get assassinated gets killed. But the Boys added a warning to the start of its season finale following Donald Trump's assassination attempt. The episode was originally titled Assassination Run and has since been retitled to Season 4 Finale.
Hold on.
This is what the...
Was that the finale?
Yeah, I think so.
That was the last episode of the season?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, dang it, dude. I'm disappointed.
I know. Now we have to wait.
Oh, dude. I'm not even kidding you. I thought another episode was coming out next week, dude. This is like just as bad as it was with One Punch Man.
Let's see. Is The Boys... That's season 5, right?
4.
I think it was season 5, dude.
For real?
Is The Boys season 5 the final season? Is renewed for a 5th and final season. Okay, so yeah, it was season 4.
Was that the last episode though? I gotta look it up, dude.
I'm looking it up right now.
Bro, this is so upsetting.
Is The Boys season... The Boys ended with a bang in season 4. Yep, that's it.
Oh.
So hard to wait.
Oh my gosh, dude.
What a wild episode, though.
I wish I would have known going in.
Because what they just did is they did the reveal at the end of the episode that, like, Butcher has some
superpowers, kind of.
some weird powers. Yeah,
Yeah.
the powers that
Wow.
that he got were disgusting and weird, and it's like coming out of his chest and all that jazz.
Yeah, they're basically just like a hentai tentacle monster sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe not hentai. Do you know what hentai is?
Yeah, I
It's
feel like
tentacle
it.
porn.
Yeah, I feel like it fits.
Okay, yeah. I don't want to revise that statement. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I knew what I was saying. He ripped somebody in half with him, dude. So
yeah, that was pretty disgusting.
that's hentai to me. I feel like that seems very hentai.
Some people are like, "Ooh."
Yeah, dude, exactly. Dude, I can't get over that. That was the season finale. What a terrible season finale. I thought they were going to at least confront Homelander.
I don't know, dude. A lot went down. It was pretty intense.
I hate waiting. I hate it so much. I've definitely gotten way less patient as I've become older.
Really?
Yes, 1,000%.
Why do you think that is? I've gotten more patient.
Really? Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I'm just tired of waiting. I've been waiting my whole life.
I think it's like something I have to train, to be honest.
I probably should do that, but
yeah,
or I can just complain about it.
I mean, that's also an option, you know.
So that kind of helps.
Here's the thing: how much do you value it?
Complaining,
or just the inability to wait for things?
Well, I mean, I don't value that at all. I wish I was patient.
Well, sometimes it makes you just do things, makes you act. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
We got to flip it on its head.
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna keep that. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably a valuable trait.
It's a valuable trait. I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Oh my goodness.
Did you see what they were saying? Like, I've seen all sorts of conspiracy stuff about the assassination attempt, but there's one. My favorite one is a video of a water tower way away that looks like there's a person on top.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
So they think it was like a completely separate shooter?
Second shooter, dude. Second shooter. That's
Why is there always two shooters?
Dude, well, I don't know, but I have a video if you want to see it.
Yeah, let's see it.
And you can tell me how convincing you think it is. It's pretty grainy, but it does look like there's someone up there. Here we go.
Do we know it's not edited?
Yep, hard to tell. Really hard to tell.
That might be somebody. It also could be the Secret Service.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is it could be the Secret Service. I like how they're like.
Yeah, they take this dark blob and start.
First of all, this is the blurriest picture I've ever seen. They're like, right knee up, gear uniform, crouching left knee down, gun? Question mark?
Yeah, it's like the darkest thing ever. You can't
looks
see
like
it.
Someone's up there. Is it Secret Service? Maybe it is. Yeah.
Well, it looks like the tallest point like around, so it would only make sense that they would have that. But frankly, it would also make sense that they would be on that building that the shooter was at. So
right.
And apparently they were supposed to. You've heard that, right? Like there was post orders that they were supposed to have a post up there.
Yeah, I didn't. I heard varying things. I've heard that they were supposed to be up there. I've heard that they actually had a staging point inside the building. I've heard that, the words from the director, the person that had to step down and resigned, was that because the roof was sloped, they considered it a danger to put people up there. That's what she said.
Yeah, I saw her say that, and which is crazy because the guys that shot the guy were also on a sloped roof.
Yeah, and and so people were making a ton of memes about sloped roofs, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, the internet is fantastic in that facet. Did you see anything about a cop going up a ladder and then like bailing back down the ladder?
I heard something about maybe a cop going up a ladder. I don't know what occurred. I heard a report that maybe he was the one that actually shot the guy and it wasn't the sniper that shot him.
Oh, that could be the case.
Yeah, so I've heard a bunch of different things. It's hard to know. right? It's hard to know what even is the truth about what's going on. So,
and that's why we need to know.
and that's what we need to know, dude.
We need to declassify these documents and find out what happened.
Yeah.
And that's the gospel truth of it.
It's the gospel truth, boy.
Yeah, I heard that a cop like climbed up the ladder, and then the guy pointed a gun at him, and then the cop was like, "Oh no!" Climb back down the ladder.
That's hilarious.
Which is, yeah, it paints a funny picture in your head if you think about it like that. I'm sure it didn't happen exactly like that, but if that's how you describe it, it seems funny to me.
It is what it is, man. I feel like the problem is that it really does embolden people, right? To be like, wow, was that easy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think it's like, it's one or the other? Like, do you view that and say, well, obviously the guy didn't succeed, he got killed, so, it's
impossible.
Right. Or the other way to look at it is like, he literally like got him, he just didn't get him.
Yeah,
it's really easy to do.
He really got lucky, dude. If you think about it,
he either got lucky or they suck at their job or a combination of things. Yes.
Which, dude, a 400. If that was 400 yards and he shot and just hit the
I got a shooter behind me, dude. I don't know what's going on. If you see a diapered toddler wearing a cape, that's my son.
Oh man. He's in the background, and for those of you who can't see, he's in the background pulling the drapes, doing all kinds of fun stuff.
He's running back and forth. He's doing his laps.
He's having fun.
It's a good time, dude. It's a good time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it, dude. I don't think it'll be as easy now. Or at least you hope. One would hope.
Yeah, one would hope, right?
Yeah, who knows, dude? Hopefully they get that sorted.
Here's the thing. What's the level of security that they have for, like, just the average senator? They don't really have much,
Yeah, I think there's some Secret Service agents assigned to senators. I think it depends on what state you're in, and I think it depends on your level of popularity. I think they probably have some sort of rating for that. But they do take up Secret Service personnel. So,
interesting.
I actually don't think that there's that many Secret Service personnel.
Yeah, how many is there total?
I don't know for sure. We could probably look it up, but I want to say there's only like 3,000.
And by the way, like, even like Capitol Police doesn't seem like they got a lot there until they like activate people. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's that as well. So yeah, dude, hopefully it's not something that makes it escalatory in the facet that people would say this is pretty easy to do. Because maybe it's the way that I feel when I watch a murder documentary and I say, I could have gotten away with this. This person is so dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We talked about that. Where you're like, this guy made so many mistakes. I would have gotten away with the murder if I had done the murder.
I've totally done this and this and this.
For the record, I have no interest in murder. I just think I'm smart enough to get away with it.
Dude, I love Monday morning quarterbacking like criminals, dude. Yeah. It's so fun, dude. You're like, I could have snuck that on a plane. No problem. I could have got that on a plane.
Seriously, dude.
So they include roughly 3,200 special agents, which are going to be like the guys in the suit coats, and 1,300 uniformed officers.
Oh,
1,300 uniformed officers. Which doesn't seem like a lot. But I guess if you're only covering, like, I mean, who do they cover? Senators, vice president, president, and then past presidents?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a decent number of people.
Yeah, I feel like they would have fairly loose or small squad type personnel on some of the less high profile targets, right?
Yeah, I think it's a lot more low key.
Like by the end of his life, how many people were traveling with Jimmy Carter? You know what I mean?
Well, how does that work? That's what I want to know. Is there just always somebody with the former presidents? Like,
Well,
does Obama constantly have Secret Service people with him?
I think so. Is Jimmy Carter still alive? Dude, he's still alive. No
He's
way.
still kicking?
I thought he was dead.
When was he president? What years?
He was president 1977 to 1981. And he is 99 years old.
Whoa, good for him, man.
Dude, he's winning. He's winning at life.
Dang, dude, him and the current president are almost the same age. That's cool.
They've got about, let's see, 10, 13, because he's 82, I think.
Joe
81.
Biden's 82?
I think he's 81. Joe Biden H. But yeah, so like Jimmy Carter, how many Secret Service people do they have falling around? There's this funny bit by Hannibal Buress, who is a comedian, and he's like, why are we trying to kill Jimmy Carter? Let's just let time kill Jimmy Carter.
That's fair.
So yeah, they go with him like on planes and stuff. So 81 years old is Joe Biden. So that is a 18-year difference, dude.
Dang, dude, I was trying to Google how many Secret Service agents actually protect Jimmy Carter, and
now you're on a list.
Yeah, probably.
Trying to kill Jimmy Carter, dude?
Nope, definitely not. Lifetime for himself and Mrs. Carter. Interesting.
Yep.
But how many?
They're protecting him, dude. They're keeping him safe.
He's so safe right now, I bet. He's just safe and probably happy. Hopefully happy.
Safe and happy, dude.
A safe, happy boy. Well, dude, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Jimmy Carter's still alive. Joe Biden is no longer the running for presidency. Trump almost got assassinated. Lots of president stuff. There's rumors going around of people doing a military coup and then trying to take over. Maybe like staging a nuclear apocalypse, which, you know, dude, Fallout was a big hit, so maybe that's how they're preparing us, dude.
Yeah, dude. Have you ever heard of the government continuity program?
What is that? Is that a conspiracy theory?
It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a real thing. All right, here we go. The Government Continuity Program is a federal initiative required by presidential directive to ensure the executive branch departments and agencies, including the U.S. Department of Labor, are able to continue to perform their essential functions during disasters or incidents that threaten to disrupt normal operations. So, there's a bunch of different things. This is essentially like a portion of this is like who's in charge if the president dies and the vice president dies and the Speaker of the House dies, right?
Okay.
Well, if enough people die, it's essentially just the military's in charge. You know what I mean?
Oh, shoot. Really?
Yeah, that's what happens.
At what point does it get to me and you, though? That's the real question.
Well, never does. So
they're like, nothing. The world will go to hell before you guys.
They're like, it's weird. They killed the president and the vice president, and now some guy named Daddy Dalton, who has a podcast, is leading the free world. It's kind of awkward because he said that China's not a real country, and neither is Canada. But you know, things are going great.
The war against Canada's proceeding, ladies and gentlemen. We've invaded
Canada for their maple syrup. We demand all their stores.
We've tapped their trees and put down their military and won their hearts, ladies and gentlemen. Turns out
trees and their hearts.
Turns out the universal health care up there wasn't as good as people were leading it to believe. Dude, every Canadian I've ever talked to that's talked about the health care, they like hate it.
Yeah, it takes forever to get in.
Yeah. Well, I knew a girl, dude, who she might have had a brain tumor. She's like, I either have to pay an exorbitant amount of money to get a scan to even tell me if I have the brain tumor, or I have to wait 6 to 9 months, in which case, if I have the brain tumor, I'm going to die.
6 to 9 months. Nice.
Yeah. She's dead now. So.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I actually don't know. I hope not. I really hope not. I hope she's. I'm pretty sure she actually made a recovery with whatever ailed her.
She wasn't one of those friends of ours that faked their cancer.
Dude, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
frankly, and bringing that up again ruined my whole day. So
I'm sorry, dude. Well,
no.
maybe this will make your whole day better. You ready for this?
Let's hear it.
This is a AI program aiming. Oh shoot, dude! AI won't miss.
What?
Yeah, it's just a visual.
Did some random guy just develop that?
Yeah, those things are surprisingly easy to develop with AI.
Really?
With the current state of machine learning, with what we have, it's very easy to make something like that.
Interesting.
Now, having the whole motor apparatus behind it and attaching a gun to it and all those different things, that'd be way harder. And
Super
then
hard, for sure.
if you have to do something like get the system to intake variables like wind, distance, other types of things that would affect ballistics, then it's going to be even more complicated.
I don't know that would be that complicated, to be honest. And for those of you who didn't see the visual element of the podcast, it's basically it
was a guy moving his head around while AI followed him succinctly with a target on the middle of his forehead.
Yes. And that's fascinating. But what I was going to say is, like, for like long shots, they have computers that's all they do is calculate. I mean, you have to input the right data, right? So you have to have like the preset information for like the bullet size, the bullet weight, and all that stuff. But it calculates the Coriolis effect. So you preset like what hemisphere you're in, because that changes stuff. But I mean, maybe it would. I'm sure it's more complicated than I'm making it out to be. But what I'm saying is, there's computers that calculate that already.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, think about it, dude. Drone strikes. You got it. You got to understand that you've got all those things calculated in, especially when you think about ICBMs and how those things have been innovated on for years and years and years. Yeah, we could probably do the same thing with mounting a gun on a small AI robot dog.
Right. Exactly.
Or a drone.
Yeah. That's fascinating to see, though.
Where
did you find that, actually? You should send that.
It's just on my Twitter feed because I have a lot of tech stuff on there.
I'll should send that. Yeah, because that's cool. And fascinating to me. Dude, what else? You got anything else for the kids?
I don't really have anything left for the kids other than you guys need to take advantage of summer while it's still here. Okay?
Yeah, no summertime.
Go out there, do fun. The other thing is, like, I feel like do fun.
Do fun.
Just do it.
Do it.
Because I feel like I was getting a little bit of summer fatigue recently.
Really?
What am I doing, dude? There's only so many warm days left in the year. I need to take advantage of this life, you know? I need to hike, I need to swim, I need to do things. So that's what I was saying.
And if you guys are sick of doing summertime things, start leveling up and do wintertime things in the summer.
Yeah.
Okay?
Ski.
Go hot tubbing in the middle of the day. Go hot tubbing.
In the heat of the day.
In the heat of the day, go and sit in some warm water. Okay? Turn on the heat in your house. Wear your coat to the store. Right? Sleep in a sweater. That could be fun. That could be fun. What do we got here?
I got a meme that just made me. This was really funny because I texted a bunch of people, you know, that Biden's out. But in this text exchange where people are saying Biden's out, this guy said, "Holy crap, Biden out." What? And then this person was like, "As gay?" What?
He's not gay. He's happily married to a girl. We think he's happily married.
He doesn't know he's married.
He doesn't remember who he's married to.
I'm just kidding.
Poor guy.
But yeah, that's all I have left for the kids. Farewell. Love you a long time. Take advantage of the summer. And we'll see you next time.
Do fun.
Do fun.